Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, mostly cloudy, breezy, and flurries with a high of 34, and tonight a low of 20. Sunday, chilly, very light snow with a high of 30. Monday, partly cloudy and chilly with a high of 27. Tuesday, light snow mix with a high of 37. Right now in Madison, it's 23. Green Bay, 25. Waukesha, 24. And in Milwaukee, 26 degrees. I'm Nazir Spencer, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:07.
This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy, and we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your hosts, Dayton, Kane, and David Nason.
Another Saturday, another chance to talk fixing stuff. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dayton Kane. That's David Nason. How was your week, sir?
Good morning, Dayton. Good morning, everybody. It was good. Still quite busy. And I think the weather that kind of turned last weekend got people outside, and houses are selling, and so we're busy.
Well, for us, we hit home show season last weekend. The Nary Home Show was there. I was there on Sunday. Good show. A lot of people showing up. I was impressed at the amount of people that brought pictures in. They must be listening to our show. They
right.
Had pictures and said, hey, this is what I'm looking at. It makes it so much easier for me trying to figure out what they're talking about than if they're just trying to explain something. So that was good. Well done, people.
Yeah, right.
Appreciate that.
I'm a very visual people. People ask me, "Oh, you did an inspection for me, so and so," and I'm just like,
you have to look it up on your computer.
If I see a picture of the front of the house, I can generally recall the inspection, what the problems were and everything. But yeah, I'm very visual. I connect when I see the picture. So I agree with you. If you bring pictures for stuff like that, that's so much more helpful.
So you just hit on it a little bit. You're a home inspector. Right. You've been doing that for how long?
So coming up on, 26? So I had 13 years that I got my license in June of 2013.
Okay.
So I've been doing it that long. Prior to that, I had 25 years or so of different construction-related work, everything from design build experience. I went to the School of Architecture at UWM, so doing design build, designing additions, remodeling, things like that. I sold windows. I worked at Pella like you did for a little while in their commercial division. I worked at Burmeister Woodwork for a little while. I worked probably the thing that really I think taught me the most of what I need for this, what I do now, is I worked in fire and water restoration. 8 years at Kelman Restoration. Just learned a lot about houses and how they get damaged or not well maintained, and then how to fix them. At that point, I wasn't doing the fixing myself. I did swing a hammer for a little bit very early on, but not when I was working in the restoration. I was the estimator, project manager, things like that. And then I worked for a commercial contractor for a while too. That was really it taught me a lot as well, dealing with all the subs and everything and building smaller commercial buildings, strip malls, restaurants, and just really seeing all that. So got into inspections in 2013, like I said, met up with Tom Feza, our former host here, in 2014, and Tom really taught me everything I needed to know about being an inspector, the finer points of, just being aware of literally everything. And while you're in a house, I've never been in this, I'm going to inspect a house. I've never been in this house before. So anything I might see or smell or hear, I'm like, what's that? It might be a normal noise if you to somebody who's living there, but I hear what made that noise? Just be inquisitive about your surroundings and just be, oh, okay. And if it's something like, that's just a normal noise, fine. But if it's not something normal, like be in the basement looking around at something, checking something is out, and just paying attention to the furnace, and all of a sudden it turns off, and about 30 seconds later it starts back up and runs for 3 minutes, and it turns off, and we call it short cycling. So something we've talked about with Jason from Capital before. So it's just about being aware of all that stuff, and then being good at, I think I put a lot of time into my reports. Very, very detailed, that I want people to understand. I'm not trying to talk over their head. I can get really technical on some things that I know about, but I want my reports to be readable and understandable for the average person who doesn't work in construction. I mean, just like what you're doing, we could talk really detailed about vapor barriers, exterior, sidings and things like that. And some people are windows and that kind of thing. And some people that's going over their head. So
Right.
Try not to do that. And I've gotten into some other things. I'm a certified EIFS and stone veneer inspector now, and I do a lot of consulting work for people who are having trouble with their builder or contractor, sometimes real estate transactions, things like that. So definitely keeping me busy.
Best Inspections is the company, bestinspectionsllc.com. If you want to reach out to David Nason for an inspection, I'm sure he'd be more than willing to help you out. So check him out there. We have a full hour with no guests, so give us a call, 855-616-1620, or shoot us a text. We'd love to hear from you. It is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Analyzing the news from the perspective of those in the field. Hey, it's WTMJ's Adam Roberts. Join me every Sunday at 10 for Reporter's Notebook, where we take a deeper dive behind the biggest stories of the past week, told from the perspective of the reporters, anchors, and news directors making decisions behind the scenes and covering the stories you hear every single day.
Bringing you the story behind the story. It's Reporter's Notebook, Sunday mornings at 10 on WTMJ.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only inside the Exposition Center at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Millions of inventory must be sold. Prices are slashed up to 60% off retail, so save thousands. Save big on new hot tubs, spas, and saunas, also cold tubs. Plus, see the Michael Phelps Signature Swim Spas by Master Spas.
Hi, I'm Michael Phelps. Join the swimming revolution.
The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show this weekend only inside the Exposition Center at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Visit 1-800-SPASALE.com.
You've seen us around town, volunteering, supporting events, and showing up where it matters. At Waterstone Bank, we're more than a bank. We're your neighbor. The money you deposit stays local, helping small businesses, creating jobs, and supporting home ownership. It's banking from the community for the community. Visit your local branch or WSBOnline.com to see how we're building a stronger southeastern Wisconsin, one neighbor at a time. Waterstone Bank, member FDIC.
So many emails coming in, this trip will sell out. Vince Vitrano here, Vinny's European Vacation. Would love to have you join us in October, traveling to southern Italy and Sicily with WTMJ and Colette Vacations. Our tour begins in Palermo, Sicily, happens to be where my dad's family is from. He's coming on the trip as well. Agrigento, Sorrento, Amalfi Coast, Positano, Pompeii, and we end in Rome. Nothing you need to do except sign up and show up, as my team at Colette has thought of and taken care of everything. I'll send you a brochure with a breakdown of each day on the trip, all the sites, sign-up information, and even your all-in cost and options. Email me, vince@WTMJ.com. That's vince@WTMJ.com. We've got a special get-together here at the station coming up as well. You can meet me, talk with all the folks at Colette. That's coming up on March 24th.
Let me show you the world. Come away with me.
Vince@WTMJ.com, Southern Italy and Sicily this fall.
Real James Imaging Systems clients. You've heard them right here on the radio for years. For instance, Chris Willems, office manager with Previan Law Firm.
I like the fact that the company is local and I can always get a hold of my representative who I have on speed dial, or I have a cell phone.
Then there's James Imaging Systems client Preston Clark, who oversees IT services at Creative Business Interiors.
If I do need service, they're here almost within 4 hours every time. I've never had an issue where I'm like, where is that guy?
James Imaging Systems business technology client Lori Salzman, Vice President of Enterprise Services at Junior Achievement of Wisconsin.
I've never met an organization that is so responsive to make sure that we are up and running all the time, for us to be more efficient and allow us to focus more on the work that we do for helping young people.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. To learn more, visit jamesimaging.com.
I'm Libby Collins. This week we talk with the co-host of Wisconsin Morning News, Eric Bilstead.
There was a story about some underwear thief. That makes some people uncomfortable using that word. And the number of people who called or emailed saying, hey, why are you talking with that language and all that stuff? And I was like, I had no idea. Cronkite probably wouldn't have dropped a panty.
WTMJ Conversations, Sunday mornings at 11 on WTMJ. The Fix-It Show with Dayton, Kane, and David Nason on WTMJ.
Welcome back. Hour number one of 2 hours. We do it every week from 7 to 9 a.m., the Fix-It Show on WTMJ. No guests this hour, so we're taking your calls and texts on anything you want to talk about. 855-616-1620, and we did get a text here.
Yes, we got a text. Somebody texted in. Our home is cold in the winter in some rooms of the house, and we're thinking of re-siding and wanted to get your opinion on insulated siding.
Insulated. It's definitely good to put insulation on the outside of the house.
Right.
There's two different ways you can kind of tackle that.
Yeah.
And at Siding Unlimited, we do it where we put the insulation board up first, and then the siding goes over the top of that. We don't use an insulated backed siding. There is a product out there called Certiplank that we do use that has that, but that's kind of like the insulation. It's foam to keep it rigid, but it's not necessarily to add
an R
warmth
value.
an R value to
Okay.
the house. So
Right.
just depends on what you're looking to accomplish, I guess.
And you're also using that fan fold as the house wrap.
Right. It works like a Tyvek, like a water barrier. Right. So you can do it in a 3/8 inch, a half inch, up to an inch. I mean, you can vary that depending on what you're looking to add to the house.
The seams need to be taped and things like that.
Right.
So, yeah. So that's probably, I think, the better way to go. I've mentioned before, I follow somebody out east of the Building Science Corp, Joe Steebrook, and I took a class of his, and he's all about insulating on the outside of your house. And I think even Abby talks about it when she talks about her insulated siding they use and how if you line, I don't remember exactly what she said, but if you took all the studs in your house, it's like one wall of your house has no insulation in it. And there's truth to that because the wood, the studs, although they don't conduct heat that much, they still do. I mean, it's different. It's not like the insulation.
Right.
And so having the insulation on the outside of the wall covering all those studs is definitely the better way to go.
You're getting that thermal break on the entire wall.
Exactly. So, yeah, if I were to build a house today, I would make sure that I would have 1 to maybe 2 inches of insulation on the outside of the house. Now, that brings along with it certain other challenges. You start to put that much insulation on the outside of your house. Now your windows have to be treated differently. Transitions to other types of claddings or to your roof have to be treated differently. So it's not like, just put a couple inches of insulation on the outside of the house and throw your siding up on it. And if you're doing a vinyl siding or even an LP smart side siding, now your fasteners, you're going through something that doesn't have maybe the rigidity of a plywood or OSB sheathing, so now you have to treat that differently. So there's definitely different challenges. But yes, if you could insulate the outside of your house, that would be the way to go before you put your new siding on it.
Yeah, great question.
Yeah.
So when should somebody replace their siding, in your opinion?
Yeah.
Is it just strictly an aesthetic thing?
No, I mean a lot of times it gets damaged, whether it's from a storm, hailstorm, or something, or it's just like moisture, just time. If you have
the cedar
siding, wood trim, even some of the newer products like the Hardy Plank cement siding, it's a good product. It has to be installed like almost perfectly. And maybe perfectly is the wrong word. It has to be installed literally right to the manufacturer's instructions. I mean, it should be anyways, but if it's not, and the biggest issue that I see a lot of times is the clearances to other surfaces. That's probably one of the biggest, or flashings missing. But clearances to the roof, to a patio, to a deck, to a sidewalk, a driveway, somewhere.
Anywhere it can sit in water.
Water, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's resilient to water. it's not impervious to water. It's kind of like your new iPhone. They're kind of, don't they sell them? Don't they say your iPhone now is water resistant?
Right.
It's not like you can dunk it underwater like an underwater camera and you go scuba diving with it, kind of thing. But you drop it in the sink and or it gets wet or something. Yeah, wipe it off and everything. It's not going to fry it like the first versions would.
Following the manufacturer's specs is very important.
Absolutely.
We got to make sure we're doing that
Absolutely.
right.
Yeah.
Most of the time when people are changing, what I see, cedar siding goes and they replace, right? Because it eventually just doesn't hold paint.
Right.
When it comes to vinyl siding, that technically could sit on a house forever, as long as you're not, don't have a hockey player kid shooting pucks into it and denting it up, or you don't get the hail damage that you're talking about.
But that's going to fade the most.
It's going to fade the most, right? Yeah. So if you have a darker color over time, it's going to. I've seen blue houses turn kind of pinkish almost over time, or a light brown because it's faded over time. So just depends on the product that's up there and how long it might last. But somebody asked me at one point, well, how long should siding last? Well, it depends on how you maintain it.
It's not, right? Everything needs to be, even if it's just a matter of cleaning it.
Comes down to maintenance, and that's what this show is about. Right. So thank you for listening. We appreciate that. 855-616-1620. If you have questions, it is the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Are you seeking an experienced, award-winning contractor who provides unmatched plaster and stucco services? I'm Zach Emmons with Creative Construction of Wisconsin. As part of the 6th generation of our family-owned company, we have served the area for over 90 years, handling all types of stucco, interior, and ornamental plasterwork, from small repairs and remodels to large residential projects. Creative Construction staff has the skills to deliver quality results. Featuring NARI award-winning and certified professionals, our craftsmen match all plaster and stucco textures, adding custom touches as needed. Call 414-397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com for competitive pricing and a personalized approach. Creative Construction of Wisconsin, cutting-edge stucco and plaster techniques with homegrown family values. Call 397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com.
MW Marine. Fishermen, tired of winter? Come in from the cold at MW Marine today, starting at 11 a.m. for a free fishing seminar. Meet Captain Doug Klett, Mercury Pro, as he breaks down springtime muskies on Lake Geneva, where to find them and how to get them to bite. Then check out boats, upgrades, and accessories to get your rig ready for the season. It's free and no reservations required. MW Marine.
Ever wonder what it takes to feel truly wealthy and financially comfortable? Schwab asked Americans that question, and most said at least $2 million. But here's the thing, your number might be different. And that makes sense because your dreams, travel, retirement, and the legacy you want to leave are unique to you. That's why you need advice that's just as personal. The team at Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen and help you build a plan that fits your life. Click the Get Started button at annexwealth.com.
America's band, the Beach Boys, celebrate 250 years of the USA. Live, the Beach Boys. August 16th at the Bank 5-9 main stage of the Wisconsin State Fair. Get tickets now at wistatefair.com. Celebrate 250 years with America's original, the Beach Boys. Wisconsin State Fair, presented by U.S. Cellular.
This summer, don't just work, log off, and become the guy behind the adventure. More laughs, less scrolling. Do summer different at Peak Initiative. We're hiring camp counselors, leaders, swim instructors, and more for our day camp in Milwaukee and over camp in Boscobel, Wisconsin. Earn $650 a week starting pay, plus housing and meals at Lake Valley Camp. Make memories, make an impact. Make this summer count. Apply today at peakinitiative.org/join our team. The Peak Initiative. Do summer different.
WTMJ's The Fix-It Show with David Nason and Dayton Kane.
The Fix-It Show is on WTMJ, and I am Dayton. That's David. We thank you for joining us, and let's talk a little bit about the fact that we had a warm-up, so snow's melting, maybe my sump pump's kicking on. Still
Actually, rain this past week, too.
I haven't heard my sump pump kick on, so I need to check it out because mine used to kick on all the time but I got that radon system put in, so I'm thinking I'm just not getting the moisture that I used to have.
That's helped. You've also improved some of the grading and drainage around your house.
True. So that's
unlike
important.
it used to be way back.
So now's a good time, though, to be listening, right? Or checking, taking water down and dumping it in that crock.
Right. Yeah. I was at my dad's house a few weeks ago, and we tested his sump pump by connecting a hose to the utility sink and running the hose into the crock, enough water to make the pump work. So most sump pumps, I would say today, in newer homes, the crock that they're putting in there is sealed.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really reach on down in there and lift the float or anything. Hopefully, if they have that, you have the type of pump that has 2 electrical cords connected to it, and the one plugged into the back is the one for the pump. The one in the front that you plug the pump into, that's got a switch in it that's connected to the float. So when the float lifts up, it opens the switch, power to the pump. Unplug the 2 and just plug the pump in, the back plug, and you can make your pump work.
Gotcha.
Now, if it sounds like it's not doing anything, maybe you don't have any water in there. And so I always, if I see that on inspection, I recommend people, like, you should probably cut a hole in this. Well, first of all, if you want to, you can unbolt the cover because most of them are bolted in. You can take the time to unbolt these, or you can cut a hole with like a circle, like a hole saw, 4-inch hole saw, and cut this hole in it and make some. There's probably a YouTube video for this, and I would say go to YouTube because you're not gonna. This isn't like a hurt yourself kind of thing. So cut a hole in there. You want to make a resealable access port is what I'm getting at.
Yep.
Something that you can seal up and open again so that you can pour water into that crock and get the pump to work. I always kind of joke, we make the pump work. Well, there's no water in it. The pump's just humming. And I was like, well, I can hum too, but I don't pump water. So you need to make the pump work by pumping water. So,
yeah.
But it is a good thing to check it out if you haven't, if you haven't heard it run yet. Like I said, we've got some melting going on. We had some rain. We're getting to that time of the year where everything starts to melt and it starts to rain more and more. So you want to make sure your pump's working the way it should.
I'm just so pleased with that radon system. You guys told me for a couple of years, you should put in a radon system. It'll help. My dehumidifier stopped running constantly. I'm not hearing my sump pump run constantly. It's amazing how much moisture that's taking out of my house.
Right.
It really is.
Right.
So if you have a really damp basement, I am living proof.
Right.
After 2 years of guys hounding me to put one in, I did, and it's made a big difference in the way the basement smells. Even as you don't get that musty smell going, it's been great.
So that's a huge benefit. Also, the health benefit of it.
Well, yeah,
obviously.
and hopefully I don't get cancer now because I don't have the radon in there.
Right, but yes, drying it out. Keep your basement dry. Actually. Now that I said that, it reminded me that Tom Faza wrote an article called Keep Your Basement Dry, and I believe it even talks about radon systems and how they help, but everything else, that making sure your some pump's working and everything.
All right, when we come back, more of your calls and texts at 855-616-1620. Now it's time to go over the WTMJ Breaking News Center.
Thanks, guys. 2 people are dead and another is recovering after 3 separate shootings within minutes on Milwaukee's north side. Milwaukee Police Department said a double fatal shooting happened around 12:25 a.m. near Vienna Avenue and North 6th Street. A 38-year-old man died at the scene and a 22-year-old man later died at the hospital. Just 4 minutes later, officers responded to the North 22nd and Locust, where a 63-year-old man was shot and killed. Police are also investigating a shooting near North 54th and Capitol. All investigations are ongoing. Looking to delay wage increases for Milwaukee Public School employees to meet the cost of inflation. That is the initial proposal from MPS Superintendent Dr. Brenda Caselius. Employees would not receive a base pay increase of just over 2.6% until January 1st of 2027. Separately, the MPS board is also considering potentially capping class sizes, reducing central services staffing, and redeploying resources to schools. The district is currently facing $46 million Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. No major issues, no major delays, and full freeway speeds across the system.
Traffic is sponsored by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Whatever the weather, visit WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. Another two-man scramble tournament is underway at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Play the legendary TPC Scottsdale on their spacious, state-of-the-art simulators. Sign up now to win cash prizes. Must play in February.
Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, mostly cloudy, breezy, and flurries with a high of 34. Tonight, cloudy skies and a few flurries or snow possible with a low of 20. Sunday, very light snow with a high of 30. Monday, partly cloudy and chilly with a high of 27. Tuesday, light snow mix with a high of 37. Right now in Madison, it's 23. In Green Bay, 25. In Waukesha, 24. And in Milwaukee, 27 degrees. I'm Nazir Spencer, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:32.
Recently, a seller that unfortunately ended up choosing another agent called me. She said she made a mistake, and what she was expressing to me sounded like she kind of was bullied into signing with him. Is it typical? Not always, but it will never happen when you hire a Century 21 Benefit Realty agent. I want our agents to be able to look in the mirror and say, I'd want to work with me. Not because they're good at saying what you want to hear or offer the lowest commission, but because of trust. Because if you're not feeling that from your agent, that's a problem, and I don't want that. At 1.9% on the listing side of your sale with our commission capped at $19,000, Century 21 Benefit Realty leads with a very fair and transparent commission structure with maximum marketing that can get your home sold fast and for the best price. And saving money matters, but working with someone who will tell you exactly what you need to know up front, that creates trust. And that matters too. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
3 generations ago, it was about doing one thing and doing it right.
Hardwood, tile, carpet, floors that had to last because our name, Adair, was on them. Over time, homeowners asked us to do more. Kitchens, bathrooms, full remodels. And so our name changed to Adair Floors and Remodeling.
But flooring has always been the foundation, literally.
And it's something the next generation already understands.
Hi, I'm Ava. Hi, I'm Quinn. My dad does floors.
From hardwood and luxury vinyl plank to tile and carpet, we handle selection, layout, and professional installation.
And because we also remodel homes, we know how flooring works with everything else. Transitions, finishes, and long-term durability.
When you hire Adair, you're getting experience you can stand on and people who will be here for decades to come.
Call my dad. Bye-bye.
Adair Floors and Remodeling. Built on flooring, trusted for remodels. 3 generations, 1 standard. Call us at 414-761-3660 for your free flooring estimate.
Tune in to Wisconsin's Midday News with Greg Matzik and Jessica Ty.
Milwaukee police launched an internal investigation into the handling of information linked to allegations of sexual assault against the president of the Wisconsin Center District.
Bringing you the latest in news, sports, traffic, and weather.
Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has been arrested. The brother of King Charles, who was stripped of his royal titles due to his ties to Jeffrey Epstein, was arrested in the UK on charges of misconduct while in public office.
Every weekday from noon until 3 p.m. While you rest on the weekends, we work for you. Wisconsin's Weekend Morning News with Libby Collins. The latest in news.
They had their new CEO. One of the things he is charged with is basically getting the company on the right path.
Entertainment.
The Kennedy family has captured the attention of the country for years.
And more.
If they win, they go to the gold medal game. If they lose, they go to the bronze medal game.
Every Sunday morning starting at 8 on WTMJ. David and Dayton. One guy knows what the heck he's talking about. We'll let you figure out which one it is. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Dayton Kane and David Nason with you. Thank you for joining us. This time of year is so awesome because it warms up a bit and we get hope for the future in Wisconsin that we're going to get out of this tundra and actually be able to live outside. This is also the time you see exterior projects. People get excited about that and start looking at it. People start listing their homes again, because it kind of goes dormant a little bit in winter. So if I'm looking to buy a house, what are some things I should be looking at when I walk into that house?
Right, yeah. If you're going out, during a showing, you can say, hey, we want to buy this house. I would say right when you get out of your car and you're walking up the house, just try to get a sense for the setting of this house. How is it in the neighborhood? Are you at the bottom of a hill? Are you at the top of the hill? Are you in the middle of the hill? Our other yards sloping towards, and now with all the
That's
snows,
key, by the way.
with all the snow is melting, you can kind of see maybe where water's running off. So just get the sense of how the house sits on the yard in relation to the neighbors of the yard. So that's one. As you're walking up, look up at the roof if you can. If it's a taller roof, you get a sense. If there's no snow on it, get a sense of does it look like there's any shingles missing? Does it look like there's maybe something curling? Also, if none of that, but if the sun's out and you can get a little bit of look at an angle, if you see these shiny lines along where the shingles end, that's usually an indication that a lot of granules are missing. That's where they come off first. So
you're actually seeing the fiberglass mat at that point, which you don't want to see.
No, so that's an indication that they're getting pretty old.
Yeah.
So that and it might be different on different slopes of the roof. A slope that's getting a lot of sun that's going to happen first, or a slope that's facing north, it might have a lot of algae on it. That would be an indication. Okay, we're looking at an older roof here. Mm-hmm. Might not necessarily be damaged, but it's just older. So keep that in mind. If you're okay, a home inspector can't call an old roof defect, but we can say it's old, and so you just going to need to budget that into your whole buying process there. Also, when you're looking at the roof, see do you have a chimney? If it's a masonry chimney, are the stones or the brick and the mortar all stained? Is it really dark? I mean, most of the chimney's nice and clean, but up at the top, it's all stained and water stained. If it doesn't have a good cap and an overhang, you can get water coming down that chimney or getting inside and everything, causing masonry chimneys are pretty expensive to repair. Mm-hmm. So just kind of keep an eye out for that. Decks, if you're walking around outside, if you got a deck on the back, you can kind of tell sometimes, I think most people can, if this deck was built by a professional or, maybe it was the weekend project. Are the spindles spaced too far apart, or is it really weathered or damaged? If you can kind of get under that, look to see if it's attached to the house properly. Mm-hmm. And all you're looking for is the heads of bolts through that ledger board, hangers on the joists, flashing. I mean, just kind of get a, does it look right? Because if it looks right, then good chance it is. Are beams sagging or anything? Does it look like it's leaning, kind of thing? Decks can be expensive to replace as well. Also can be a safety issue. You don't want it to fall off the house. And then inside, basement problems, of course. We talk about that a lot. We were just talking about making sure your sump pump's working. So are you seeing a lot of cracks? Does it look down the wall? Does it look like the wall's bowing or tipping in? Stains, yeah. Those are an issue, but that's usually a grading and drainage issue. That's back to the setting of the house, looking where it's at. And then also try to see if you can get an idea, a sense for how old maybe the air conditioner or furnace are. Some of them are pretty readily available on the labels. On the air conditioner, you can see some of them, it actually says date of manufacture. Otherwise, it's usually in their serial number. You can look that up. There's websites if you want to learn about that. How do I determine the age of my furnace? Looking at the serial number, you can find that out. That way you know a little bit about the age of things.
And all of these things can be replaced.
Absolutely.
So it's not like, I shouldn't buy this house. Just know I need to budget for that as I'm buying this house if I need to go down the road. And, of course, get an inspector out before you buy the house. Best Inspections LLC.com is David's website, bestinspectionsllc.com. But yeah, you definitely want to make sure you know what you're getting into when you purchase a house. We will take more of your calls and texts at 855-616-1620. The Fix It Show is on WTMJ.
Dreaming of a home renovation? J&J Contractors has been turning houses into dreams for over 40 years. From stunning kitchens and luxurious bathrooms to finished lower levels, they handle complete renovations that elevate your space. And don't forget about the outside. J&J Contractors specialize in roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Just Google J&J Contractors or call 414-423-9200. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
Who doesn't need a seasonal wardrobe update? But who has the cash to always keep their wardrobe updated? Ladies, that's why you shop St. Vincent de Paul. Our women's clothing is always a highlight of our stores, and thrift store prices keep the costs low. It allows you to experiment and also find a hidden gem. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
No matter how many people are in your family, buying new jackets for the cold weather months can be expensive. But when you shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, prices on cold weather jackets will give you a sigh of relief because thrift store prices mean great deals. And right now we have a great selection. Find great deals on cold weather jackets for the family at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only inside the Exposition Center at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Millions of inventory must be sold. Prices are slashed up to 60% off retail, so save thousands. Save big on new hot tubs, spas, and saunas, also cold tubs. Plus, see the Michael Phelps Signature Swim Spas by Master Spas.
Hi, I'm Michael Phelps. Join the swimming revolution.
The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show this weekend only inside the Exposition Center at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Visit 1-800-SPASale.com.
Artwork, especially original artwork, can be pricey. But when you take it in on consignment from nice people like you who are just ready to change the look of their home, you can price it right. And you'll find a lot of it at Design Exchange. Beautiful frame pieces by a number of notable artists. And new ones pop in all the time. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Now these tend to fly off the shelves. But don't worry, because our connection supplies us with a lot of them. Vintage ceiling tiles from once great old buildings in New York City that make for ultra-unique artwork. These items are definitely hard to find from anywhere else around here. So come take a look, and you'll probably find a treasure. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
David Nason and Dayton Kane. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
It is the Fix-It Show. I am Dayton.
I'm David.
Thank you for listening. We talked last segment about if you're looking to buy a home, what you should look for. What should you do if you're going to sell your home?
Yeah.
Or what shouldn't you do if you're going to sell your
Right.
home? What are some things we're doing?
Well, what you shouldn't do is go down in weeks or whatever before you put your house up for sale is paint your basement walls.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. If you did it years ago, fine. That can actually be helpful. But if you're selling now, don't do it. You got to live with it.
It looks like you're hiding something.
Yeah, absolutely. But other things to do, check your smoke detectors and CO detectors. Make sure they're working. Make sure you have at least one smoke and one CO detector on each floor of the house. Our code calls for a smoke detector inside your bedroom also. But with a home inspector, we're looking for at least one smoke, one CO detector on each level. Make sure they're working. Simple things. Check your furnace filter. Replace your furnace filter. Jason Fox talks about that all the time. So that's one of the things I always shake my head. I'm looking at the furnace. I pull out the filter, and it's filthy. And I've seen one recently, 3 years old. It's got a date on it. You know, it's just like, you're telling me that this furnace is not being maintained at all by
sure
by
indicator.
That.
For 30 or 40 bucks,
Right.
replace a filter and
absolutely
get that
Stuff
doubt
like that.
out
Right.
of it.
Check GFCIs. Those are the outlets near your sinks in your kitchen, bathroom, laundry, outside, garage. They got the little test and reset buttons in them. If you look closely, it says test monthly engraved right on the. So I know you haven't been doing it monthly. Shame on you. No, I don't.
Nobody
I don't.
does.
The only one I tell people, the only one I test on a regular basis is the one in my bathroom where I brush my teeth.
Because you're standing.
Because I stand there and I reach over as I'm brushing and trip it and everything. So push the test button, push the reset button. If you push the test button and it doesn't trip, it's shot, it's defective, it needs to be replaced. If you push the test button and it trips and you can't get it to reset, it's shot, got to replace it.
Every time I do that, I have to reset my
yeah.
radio, though, David.
Right? Yeah. And actually, not a bad idea if you can plug something into it. If you have an outlet tester, sometimes GFCIs, if they're not installed correctly, you trip it and it still has power. So that's a safety hazard as well. So check those. What else? It surprises me sometimes how many switches and outlets I see are missing the covers, the cover plates. So somebody could come along, and if you're not really paying attention, you go to hit the switch, and instead your finger slips inside between the switch and the wall or the box, and you get shocked.
No bueno.
Yeah, so that's not good. Clean your gutters, depending on the time of the year. Make sure your gutters are clean. That just tells an inspector, hey, these gutters, and you can tell when they've been cleaned. You know, the leaves are all scraped out, and it's like, oh, somebody cleaned this. Somebody's on top of things. They're taking care of their house. What else? Also outside, your downspouts. And that's a good thing to check now anyways, whether you're selling or not. We're going to be getting into, we were talking about our sump pumps and everything. Make sure your downspout extensions are connected and directing water away from your house. I'm not a big fan of those plastic corrugated ones, but if you have them, sometimes they get blown around in some of the wind storms that we had. Make sure they're pointed away from their house. Maybe pick them up and shake them out because they do collect, stuff inside them. But make sure the water is diverted away from your house. It's a little early to get out there and start working on your grading. But for sure, you can make sure your downspouts and extensions are connected. And if you're looking at your downspouts, I don't remember. Somebody told me this not too long ago, within the last year, I think. If you look at where it comes off your gutter, there's an elbow, and then there's a little short section, another elbow, and comes down the wall. If you see stains on where those connections are between elbow section and elbow and everything, and there's stains there, it's probably leaking. And it's probably leaking because it's clogged up there where those elbows are,
and
leaves or stuff in it. And it's backing, the water backs up and leaks out of there. And that's why you have stains. Because if the water's just flowing right through, there shouldn't be any stains on the outside of your downspouts there. So look for that. Those are things to check.
Basically, you don't want any indication on the house that you're not doing maintenance.
Right. And the last thing I would just say, clean your dryer vent, the one outside, the hood outside. I see some that are so full of lint that are just like they're dangerous, fire hazards. But also some that have just enough lint to keep that little hood thing, that little flapper, stuck open. Well, two things. You can get a cold wind blowing in. The next thing your dryer is cold. But also it's open enough that you'd be surprised what mice can do and climb up a wall or something and climb in there. I've never had it, but I've heard of people getting mice and squirrels in their dryers. So,
can you imagine you open your dryer and there's a mouse staring at you?
Yeah, no, I can't. I can't.
Okay, one segment to go, right? Is that what we have? One more segment. That's
right.
it. And the show is over. 855-616-1620 if you have questions. Thanks for listening to The Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Analyzing the news from the perspective of those in the field. Hey, it's WTMJ's Adam Roberts. Join me every Sunday at 10 for Reporter's Notebook, where we take a deeper dive behind the biggest stories of the past week, told from the perspective of the reporters, anchors, and news directors making decisions behind the scenes and covering the stories you hear every single day.
Bringing you the story behind the story. It's Reporter's Notebook, Sunday mornings at 10 on WTMJ.
I'm WTMJ's Sandy Max. What makes living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Lark.
I love the location, and that's the main reason Dave and I are there, is because of nature all around us. I knew when we moved in, I was leaving behind a lot of stress and responsibility. I decided now is the time to do what I want when I want to do it.
Schedule a tour today at threepillars.org.
Hey, Gene Miller here. The heart of winter is the best time to call my friends at Hometown Windows and Doors. Save heating and cooling dollars down the road with energy-efficient replacement windows and doors from brands like Pella, Anderson, Marvin, and more. Hometown is your local source for wood, vinyl, or fiberglass, plus all of their products are installed by employee carpenters. Stop into their newly remodeled showroom in New Berlin and see the Hometown difference. That's Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. HometownWindows.com.
Hi, this is Julie Coombs and Cindy Storm Fisher with Storm Fisher Investment Group.
Are you a retiring professional? Worried about the direction of our economy? About making your money last?
Come see what we can do for you. Let us show you how we take care of you to help you have a great retirement.
We are at 262-796-8400 or stormfisher.com. See you soon.
Securities offered through Osaic Wealth Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Osaic Advisory Services LLC. Osaic Advisory. Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory are separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, and services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory.
Hey everybody, it's WTMJ's Debbie Loziga for Access Legal. I see firsthand how hard Wisconsin workers push themselves. From the construction crews on the roads I monitor every day to the countless jobs that strain the body over time. For many, that wear and tear turns into real pain. My friends at Access Legal understand what you're going through, and they want to help. Their team has recovered more than $35 million for Wisconsin workers and will fight for the benefits you're entitled to as well. Worn down by work? Contact Access Legal for a risk-free consultation. That's AXIS Legal.
Beautiful and safe. Decks built to last by Outdoor Living Unlimited, Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck installation team. For amazing ideas, go to our Outdoor Living Unlimited Instagram page. For a free estimate, go to OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life, rejuvenate.
So it's all too common of a story. And it's common enough that we account for a certain percentage of our new patients to make their first appointment and get cold feet. They put it off. I'm not sure why, because our physicians are offering legitimate medical pain relief treatment. The combination of hyaluronic acid and Toradol cushions joints and has an extremely powerful effect in reducing inflammation. So much so that a vast majority of Rejuvenex patients report a significant improvement with their pain. I guess it's human nature, but sometimes human nature keeps us in our comfort zone, even when it means remaining living in pain. So after you make your appointment to alleviate your pain, and that little voice tries to convince you to put it off, don't, because your pain problems can be solved, and you can live a better life.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Call today, and there's a good chance we could be seeing you tomorrow.
Wisconsin's afternoon news is here for you, bringing you the latest headlines with John McCure and diving into the details with Julia Fellow.
This was a business, and they misappropriated $46 million, and they go, oh, and $46 million in the red. What would happen if this was?
If this was a public company, they would be bankrupt. There would be civil lawsuits. There would be criminal indictments, and people would get fired.
Tune in to Wisconsin's afternoon news, where your day's story unfolds. Weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. Only here on WTMJ. WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Making it a great Fix-It day. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Sponsored each week by Siding Unlimited and J&B Construction. I'm Dayton. That's David. You have any events coming up for WAHI?
So WAHI is the Wisconsin Association of Home Inspectors. I'm the president right now. I got another year left in my second term.
Okay.
We will be at the Home and Garden Show coming up in March. That's towards the end of March. So I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there a couple times there. You can come and talk to a home inspector, get some questions answered, just like talking to a contractor. Come and find out. So we have that. And then we have our next pre-licensing class. That's what we call it. So that's the class that's now required by the state of Wisconsin. If you want to become a home inspector, that you have to go through a 40-hour class. And so we're putting that on. I believe it's going to be in Appleton, this next class. And it's a week long. And you can find out more information at our website, which is wahigroup.com. That's WAHI group.com. You can sign up there on the website there. You can get more information about the class. We really, believe it or not, there is a shortage of home inspectors. There's currently in the state of Wisconsin just over 500 licensed home inspectors. You're like, wow.
Oh, wow.
500? That sounds like a big number. You know what? There's like 26,000 realtors in Wisconsin. So we're definitely in a shortage. It wasn't just a few years ago. Literally, I think probably right before COVID, we were up around 1,000, between 900 and 1,000 in the state.
Sure.
And so we've had a lot of people retire. the market really took a hit kind of after 21, 22, when it was so hot and people weren't getting inspections done and things. So if you weren't established, it was hard. So we probably, we didn't get people there. But it's a great class, great organization to join and be a member. Of course, I'm our biggest cheerleader as the president right now. And I enjoy it. It's been a fun thing to do, to be a home inspector. I think you see a lot of different things, talk to a lot of different people. I'm helping people. I think that's what I'm doing with my job. I'm helping them, giving them information to make, as everybody always says, the largest purchase they're going to ever make in their life. And so it's a big responsibility, I think, taking people through the house and teaching them in that short 3-hour window of time what the house is, and if hopefully there's no issues with it. So you can always reach out to me too if you have questions about being a home inspector. What does it take? What's it like? And if you're good at it, you can make a pretty good living too. I think so. So yeah, that's my
reach out to David. BestInspectionsLLC.com. BestInspectionsLLC.com. A couple of big events you could attend and find out more about it. So WahiGroup.com is that website he mentioned as well. So that does it for hour number 1. Matt Hefter coming in next from CertaPro Painters on WTMJ.
This has been The Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
February means big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, new siding, or a beautiful bath makeover and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time during our February winter savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com now. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only inside the Exposition Center at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Millions of inventory must be sold. Prices are slashed up to 60% off retail, so save thousands. Save big on new hot tubs, spas, and saunas, also cold tubs. Plus, see the Michael Phelps Signature Swim Spas by Master Spas.
Hi, I'm Michael Phelps. Join the swimming revolution.
The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show this weekend only inside the Exposition Center at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Visit 1-800-SPASale.com.
Hey. WTMJ's John Mercure here. I've got a great idea for you this weekend. Enjoy a free Saturday night dinner at the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club. It's the most affordable dining destination anywhere. When you buy one dinner, your second dinner is free, even on weekends. Wow. Try the twin lobster tails, the honey glazed salmon, the steak and lobster, pasta, even prime rib on Saturday, any entree, all buy one, get one free. Desserts and huge, delicious ice cream drinks included. Sip on an old-fashioned, maybe a Manhattan. They have 20 bourbons, 100 wines, a rustic bar that's gorgeous, 8 unique dining rooms, 7 real wood-burning fireplaces. I recommend the all-you-care-to-eat Sunday brunch. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat for free. It's fantastic. Fox and Hounds, tucked into the Kettle Moraine Forest, just off Highway 167 near Holy Hill, serving Saturday lunch from 11 to 2. Enjoy a free world-class dinner this weekend. Tables are open. Check it out, the famous Fox and Hounds.
It's starting to feel a lot like springtime. All we need is a little
baseball. William Contreras admiring the wall. It's gone!
Brewers baseball is back with a Cactus League matchup against the Guardians. Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts today at 2. We are the home of the Brewers. 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 8 o'clock, it is 27 degrees here in Milwaukee. Today, mostly cloudy, breezy with a high of 34, and tonight a low of 20 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Nazir Spencer. The closing ceremony for the 2026 Winter Olympics is one day away. ABC's Marcus Moore is in Milan with more on which 2 American athletes will represent the U.S. that night.
We've learned who will be the flag bearers for Team USA during the closing ceremony. 2 gold medal winners, ice dancer Evan Bates and women's hockey player Hillary Knight. She made history this Olympics with that record-breaking 15th gold. And that ceremony could be extra special as Team USA has already matched their record for gold medals during the Winter Games with 10. And as we get down to the final days, there's hope they can set a new record.
Wisconsin Jordan Stoltz is looking for his final medal this morning. Kewaskum's Jordan Stoltz earned his 3rd speed skating medal, a silver in the 1,500 meters in the Winter Olympics. Milwaukee Journal Sentinel's Lori Nickel tells Wisconsin's Morning News it was a solid race for Stoltz.
There might have been times that he could have pushed a little bit harder if that's what his coach thinks. To me, it looked solid throughout, and it was more about Ning from China, who just had the race of his life.
Stoltz has one more race during these games. The Mass Start long track race is set for this morning, starting about right now, actually. The village of Vernon is officially opposing a proposed sports complex in neighboring Big Bend. The board voted on Thursday to pass a resolution against the 150-acre Breck Athletic Complex. Longtime resident Walter Owens.
I've been a semi-driver for 45 years. I've gone through all these towns. I've gone close to these places. I've delivered with a semi, a 53-foot semi in a lot of these places. Downtown, you don't have the facilities here at all. I don't care what kind of infrastructure money is spent here. It's wasted.
Big Bend leaders tabled the proposal last month after strong public backlash. A tragic fire in Milwaukee this week is sparking citywide push to smoke alarms in homes. Milwaukee firefighters went door to door in the North Grant Boulevard neighborhood, checking alarms and installing new ones as needed. Milwaukee Fire Chief Aaron Lipsky tells WTMJ.
You can look right on the back. There's typically an expiration date. If you hear this chirping, there's this chirping that goes on with the smoke alarms. That means that the battery's getting low. We can also come and replace the batteries if you still have the 9-volt. That's the little rectangular, but we'll come and we'll replace that for you.
Chief Lipsky says placing new alarms in homes is free of charge. Former Milwaukee Wave head coach Keith Tozer has a new lease on life following a medical emergency in Boston.
In November, Tozer suffered a major cardiac arrest at Boston Logan International Airport.
I woke up in the hospital 2 days later with a priest giving me my last rites in front of my family.
His life was saved by Anne-Marie Marquis.
She started CPR right away.
It wasn't until roughly 10 minutes later that a heartbeat was detected. The two were recently united at an indoor soccer match in New York.
I mean, what do you say to someone who saved your life other than God bless you and thank you so much?
Tozer urges everyone listening to become CPR certified.
CPR is a superpower.
Greg Matzik, WTMJ News.
In conjunction with the American Heart Association, those attending the Wave game on Sunday have the opportunity to become CPR certified. Progress continues on the west leg of I-94 project, with crews preparing for a major traffic shift next month.
Eric Hansen with Wisconsin DOT says they are prepping for some full freeway closures next week.
Those are scheduled for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night. This is to place asphalt over all the work that we got done with that storm sewer in the median.
Once the paving is complete, Hansen says,
we'll be ready to switch traffic, mid to late March and get General Mitchell open before the Brewers start.
He adds eastbound lanes could reopen to 3 lanes as part of that shift. Debbie Loziga, WTMJ News.
Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:04.
Ever wonder what it takes to feel truly wealthy and financially comfortable? Schwab asked Americans that question, and most said at least $2 million. But here's the thing, your number might be different. And that makes sense because your dreams, travel, retirement, and the legacy you want to leave are unique to you. That's why you need advice that's just as personal. The team at Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen and help you build a plan that fits your life. Click the Get Started button at annexwealth.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your car can't express its gratitude when you get an oil change, but the people you're helping will sure appreciate it, because when you visit an Adam member new car dealer through May 16th, they'll donate $1 from every oil change to Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin. To date, Adam has donated more than $960,000, providing 2.8 million meals. To find a participating Adam dealer near you, visit adamm.com. And thank you.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush-mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, "Wherever you go, my heart goes with you."
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Grubela office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Spring training is back today, and the Brewers are in Phoenix to face the Guardians today at 2. You can listen to that game today on 620 WTMJ. The Milwaukee Bucks have won 6 out of their last 7 games after beating the Pelicans 139-118 on Friday. Their next game is back at home Sunday at 2:30. You can listen to the game also here on 620 WTMJ. And Badger basketball hosts the Iowa Hawkeyes tomorrow at 3. Badgers currently sit at number 23 in the nation. Badger Sports Updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited Siding and a whole lot more. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ time saver traffic. No major issues, no major delays in full freeway speeds across the system.
Sponsored by Accunet Mortgage.
Get your rock solid pre-approval or a no-pressure refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
Here's your WTMJ forecast today. Mostly cloudy, breezy, and flurries with a high of 34. And tonight, cloudy skies and a few flurries or snow possible with a low of 20. Right now in Milwaukee, it is 27 degrees. I'm Nazir Spencer, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:07.
This is The Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy. And we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is The Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Dayton, Kane, and David Nason.
Hour number 2 kicks off here. The Fix-It Show with Dayton, Kane, David Nason, and joining us this hour, Matt Hefter from CertaPro Painters. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Good. The sun's been shining. We've been outside a little bit. This past week has been kind of like a teaser. Hopefully it sticks around for a while, but does that get you guys going busy as people get outside and start looking at their house?
Yeah, it's last week, that first warm weekend, people start thinking about, should I grill this weekend? And then they start picking up sticks around the yard, and it's a good time to walk around the exterior of your home and just see if there's any paint flaking. As we've talked about in previous shows, you just want to make sure that you got any bare wood, you want to get that covered. Mm-hmm. And even if it's a touch-up or if it's a full paint job, and give CertaPro a call, we can certainly help you.
Yeah, or if any damage occurred or something.
Rotted wood,
yeah, because you guys do that as well. You're not just throwing some paint on it. You'll actually fix things, too.
Yep, we always say full service. We paint anything, carpentry, we'll help you out with whatever we can help you out with. And the only thing we don't paint, as Tom used to even say, is we don't paint toenails.
Yeah, right.
The CertaPro Painters is kind of a misnomer these days. It's probably started as just painters, right? And now you guys are doing everything. Like, if you go to your website, there's so many things you can help people with.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, it's been over 20 years. We've been in the market, and I remember my daughter going door to door in Wauwatosa and just asking people, if they had any front doors I could paint for $50. I just wanted to get a sign in the yard, and here we are 20 years later, and we painting and drywall and plaster and carpentry and garage floors. There's anything with coatings.
You even do EIFS repairs.
Yeah, EIFS repairs and drive it and anything connected to coatings in the paint job. So obviously, if you want your whole house sided, we know who to call. But for CertaPro, we have to repair wood, and we want to make sure we repair the wood, otherwise the paint's not going to bond.
Right. I tell people you got wood siding, probably one of the easiest types of siding to deal with damage from a standpoint, because you just rip out a piece of siding. Well, you want to do it gently, but you can just pull out that piece of siding and get a new one, cut a new piece in there, back prime it, whatever you're going to do, put it in, nail it, caulk it, paint it. You're done. It's a little tougher sometimes to repair vinyl and aluminum sidings. So
aluminum's the worst.
Yeah.
It's so easy to kink when you're trying to take it off.
Yeah, right.
But when it comes to painting, if it's in good shape,
aluminum
probably one of the best things to...
Well, we've addressed painting steel siding through the years, aluminum siding. Sometimes people are concerned, there's these dings around the doors and stuff like that. We've even gone as far as to bondo those and get those to look nice and smooth. Because usually there's not a whole lot of dings up above or around the house. It's around the doorways, the garage doors, the trim pieces. And so if we're going to paint it anyways, you might as well make some of those dents and dings go away first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then a lot of people, I remember in the earlier years, people just didn't know you could repaint it.
Sure.
And you can paint everything. I mean, you got to be careful with vinyl when you paint vinyl.
Yeah.
So, you don't want to paint dark, rich blue over a white vinyl because it'll actually take on the heat and it'll expand. And that can create warping and things like that. But traditionally, if you're staying around the same color schemes and you're not imposing more heat but a lighter color, we've even painted a lot of vinyl homes through the years.
But allowing you to paint just about anything, is it because of the evolution of these bonding primers, I think you've called them? I mean, that stick to things?
Even the paint systems themselves, but yes, the bonding primers, the paint systems, the technology has advanced a lot. It's probably advanced more in paint than even like our cell phones. I mean, your picture's a little better, your device is a little smaller, but paint technology is really evolved. And I think a lot of that is because they were really reliant on oils. And with the acrylic technologies, it's got a higher bond rate than the oils. Oils are good for like soaking into the wood and bonding, whereas think of acrylics and latexes are about grabbing on and bonding.
Not that we'd ever use it again, but was lead a really good?
Lead paint was amazing. No,
I
mean, it's terrible.
Well, right. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It was terrible for
it was
people,
great
but
for battleships.
Adhesion and things. The bottom of your boat.
Yeah. I mean, it served a purpose. It's just nobody knew the negative
right.
effects
It's the same thing with asbestos. I mean, it's a bad thing for you, but it had an incredible amount of good uses. But
I can only imagine. Again, I don't have the data on this, but I can only imagine that today's acrylics have
surpassed that.
Probably lead
but for
paint.
the time, it served its purpose.
Yeah. And we deal with that a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, in the Milwaukee area, there was a lot of lead paint.
All the schools that had to close to get them cleaned up.
So, I mean, we are lead safe certified in the state of Wisconsin, also lead safe, EPA lead certified across the border in Illinois. And we know how to properly handle those situations and make sure that there's not dust being created, and we're collecting all those chips and things like that.
Excellent.
Matt's with us all this hour, 855-616-1620, the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. You can find them at CertaPro.com. The Fix-It Show is on WTMJ.
Tune in to Wisconsin's Midday News with Greg Matzik and Jessica Ty.
Milwaukee police launched an internal investigation into the handling of information linked to allegations of sexual assault against the president of the Wisconsin Center District.
Bringing you the latest in news, sports, traffic, and weather.
Andrew Mountbatten Windsor has been arrested. The brother of King Charles, who was stripped of his royal titles due to his ties to Jeffrey Epstein, was arrested in the UK on charges of misconduct while in public office.
Every weekday from noon until 3 p.m.
You've seen us around town, volunteering, supporting events, and showing up where it matters. At Waterstone Bank, we're more than a bank. We're your neighbor. The money you deposit stays local, helping small businesses, creating jobs, and supporting home ownership. It's banking from the community for the community. Visit your local branch or WSBOnline.com to see how we're building a stronger southeastern Wisconsin, one neighbor at a time. Waterstone Bank, member FDIC.
Struggling to provide for your family is a real thing, like having to choose between feeding them a warm meal or paying the utility bill. These are the choices many Milwaukee residents are faced with, which is why they turn to St. Vincent de Paul Society's meal program for help. Our meal program has been a consistent resource for those in need for over 42 years. Nutritious meals, warm showers, and clean clothes, all in a safe, family-friendly environment. Our mission is clear, and that's to help you break the cycle of poverty by connecting you with life-changing community and educational resources. Last year, we provided $2.2 million in goods and services, plus 57,000 warm meals. If you or anyone you know needs a warm evening meal, you can find us at Harambe Kitchen 5 nights a week on the northeast side of Milwaukee in the basement of All People's Church. And at Crossroads Kitchen on the south side of Milwaukee 6 nights a week on 9th and Madison. As always, we're grateful for community members and volunteers who help us help you. To learn more, visit svdpmilw.org.
We see you out there coming up with original ideas, which is why you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Because you know that when inspiration stirs, we'll have what you need at prices that help make it happen. During our big pet care event, save $3 on assorted Blaine's brand pet food. Rewards members save an extra $2. 25% off all dog and cat toys. Plus, get a free $15 Blaine's gift card when you buy a Seresto flea and tick collar for cats or dogs. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
Why DIY your frozen pizza toppings when Screamin' Sicilian already went over the top for you? We're talking whole milk mozzarella, heaps of premium meats, a mountain of veggies. Screamin' Sicilian is frozen pizza stacked, no add-ons needed. Mamma mia! Screamin' Sicilian, so loaded with toppings, it's almost cheating. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section and taste what all the screamin' is about.
Your European experts at Fox World Travel are ramping up and busy as ever. When you want to see more of Europe, Princess Cruises delivers. With Princess Cruises and Fox World Travel, explore iconic Mediterranean ports by day, then relax in classic comfort by night. From immersive shore excursions to destination-inspired dining, every moment is designed to feel effortless. Ready to set sail on your Mediterranean adventure? Call 866-GO-FOX-GO or visit foxworldtravel.com to book your European getaway.
The Fix-It Show with Dayton, Kane, and David Nason on WTMJ.
Welcome back. Another Saturday, another time to talk fixing stuff. This hour, Matt Hefter from Certa Pro Painters on with us. You guys have any specials going on right now?
Yeah, actually starting shortly here, March 1st, all the way through May 15th, we're offering 10% off all projects that we do, painting and interior, exterior, and carpentry services, as well as our garage floors, coatings that we do. So it's our spring sale, and people should go ahead and get those estimates scheduled now, and they can take advantage of that 10% discount that we provide.
That's basically all residential work.
Yeah, all residential work
Okay.
that we do it qualifies for the 10% off.
And if I were to reach out today, when is somebody getting back to me?
Well, you can do a couple things. You can reach out and give us a call, or you can go right to our website and schedule an estimate. You can schedule an estimate right online. There's appointments available usually within 2-3 days. Get really busy, it might be 4 or 5 days, but we have all of our estimators are available, and we do sharing. Right, it's not just one person. We have a lot of estimators in the area, and so we usually can get to people quickly.
I see the cars driving around.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The yellow cars, like half yellow,
white,
half black, right?
White.
Like
Yeah.
White? Okay, yeah.
Looks like a big banana being
Yeah,
peeled.
right.
Yeah.
And what's your coverage area? Did we talk about that?
Man, everywhere TMJ covers for sure. We cover basically the at least minimally the lower half of Wisconsin, my Certa Pro, and all the way down into northern Chicago. But Certa Pro is nationwide. If you're listening to us in Arizona, give us a call.
Okay.
So you guys travel. If I'm out, I get an estimate, and I say, "Yep, let's do this." What are we booked out? 3 weeks, 6 months? Where are we?
Well, the temperatures, if it's exterior, we just want to make sure we have stable temperatures, well above freezing, so we can, usually we're looking for, with the coatings we use, we want that 50 degrees plus, so paint's drying. You're not sitting there watching paint dry forever. And, so usually really soon here. We had some days last weekend where it got beyond 50 degrees. That's nice for small, little, get a quick project done. But usually it's right around the turn of March and April is when everything gets really
So now the
really
interior
busy.
stuff's going on. So if people want to get some interior work done, it's a good time still to call.
Get that done,
Yes, right now is the time to call. We're still scheduling for interiors before spring hits, and In the painting business in Wisconsin specifically, it's just imagine this avalanche that as soon as the March 15th to right around April 1st, it's just this unleashed 70% of our volume of business just rings the phone. And so right now, if you want to get on the early bird schedule, now's a great time to get an estimate, get that discount, and get your project scheduled. Even if you don't want to do it until later, you'll get priority scheduling.
If besides just the fact that I want to change the color of my room, is there any reason I should paint? Like, what am I looking for?
It'll make your wife happier.
Question, Dayton.
That's a starter. At my house gets painted when my wife says we need to paint our house.
Right.
And then she smiles, she's happy, and then I'm happy. So, there's different things like kitchen cabinets. Some people are like, oh, we're going to rip out the kitchen cabinets. Okay, well, that's $50,000.
We just
for
heard
a kitchen
from somebody
remodel.
that said it was $200,000 for her cabinets she got.
Wow.
What?
I want to go to that Packer
crazy,
party.
Right?
Yeah. So there's, it can be just you might still have wood grain cabinets, and you want to paint the cabinets like we've been painting this year. Several projects where we painted them tricorn black and to a little higher sheen, and you wouldn't think, but when you look at the modernness of the home, it was like more of like a rustic modern home. And when the kitchen cabinets went from the wood, where there was a lot of wood, like wood beams and wood mantles, there was a lot of wood already in the house, and you went to black on the kitchen cabinets, it looks so cool.
Do you paint the interiors also?
You can, but a lot of them are like melamine and different products. So best thing for them is to just pull out the shelves, and if you use the right cleaners, you can get them really, really clean.
Yeah.
And we don't focus on doing the shelves because everything the reason they're melamine is when you put your dishes down, otherwise it's going to stick.
Right.
Yeah. So it's typically the exterior of the cabinets, both sides of the doors, the
inside
lip,
edge,
the inside edge, and the lip. Everything that was wood would get painted to whatever color you choose: blue, black, white, whatever. But we're doing probably like right now over this winter season, we're probably doing 3 to 5 kitchen cabinet jobs a week.
Oh wow!
I mean,
that's a big number.
Well,
really.
it's Wisconsin. I mean, we're wood central, so there's just a ton of wood cabinets to be painted. So much.
CERTA with a C, CERTA Pro. CERTAPro.com is the website. Matt's with us for another 40 minutes or so make sure you get your calls and texts in at 855-616-1620. It is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
3 generations ago, it was about doing one thing and doing it right.
Hardwood, tile, carpet, floors that had to last because our name, Adair, was on them. Over time, homeowners asked us to do more. Kitchens, bathrooms, full remodels. And so our name changed to Adair Floors and Remodeling.
But flooring has always been the foundation, literally.
And it's something the next generation already understands.
Hi, I'm Ava. Hi, I'm Quinn. My dad does floors.
From hardwood and luxury vinyl plank to tile and carpet, we handle selection, layout, and professional installation.
And because we also remodel homes, we know how flooring works with everything else. Transitions, finishes, and long-term durability.
When you hire Adair, you're getting experience you can stand on and people who will be here for decades to come.
Call my dad. Bye-bye.
Adair Floors and Remodeling. Built on flooring, trusted for remodels. 3 generations, 1 standard. Call us at 414-761-3660 for your free flooring estimate.
Can it get any easier? I don't think so. James, you can get an online order done at martyspizza.net in 30 seconds.
And we've made it easy to order all the favorites that a lot of Marty's Pizza lovers gotta have.
Our classic sausage and pepperoni pizza or lasagna and masticholi entrees. They're all delicious. Marty's Pizza in Delafield and martyspizza.net for easy online ordering.
Register online for Red Card Loyalty, and after 15 pizzas, you'll get your next one free!
Do you remember when times were good? Well, they're good again. It's as good today as it was in the past. It doesn't get any better than that. Remember Marty's Pizza.
Hi,
Hi, WTMJ's Sandy Max here to tell you about incredible career opportunities with my friends at 3 Pillars Senior Living Communities in Dousman. 3 Pillars is ranked best in continuing care, assisted and independent living, and it's a certified great place to work. They're hiring caregivers within their assisted living and memory care communities. Full and part-time day or evening shifts starting at $20 per hour, and you could get more based on experience and shifts. The best part, you'll make a difference in the lives of others every day. Go to 3pillars.org and click on the Careers tab to learn more.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
WTMJ's The Fix-It Show with David Nason and Dayton Kane.
Back here with Matt Hefter from CertaPro Painters. CertaPro.com is the website. Text came in and it just said, do you guys stain decks? But here's the scenario. I'm shoveling my deck all winter long, getting the snow off, and I've just scraped the crud out of that. Can you fix it?
Absolutely.
What if I gouged it? No?
Well, it depends on how much you gouge it.
But if I scraped it up, you guys can come in and clean that up and restain.
We could replace a board if it was really gouged, which, I mean, come on, you shouldn't be shoveling your deck that aggressively.
You shouldn't
be. Maybe with a plastic shovel.
Yeah.
Not that metal scraper you're using.
Again, Wisconsin, we only get so much time to enjoy our outdoors, and people love their decks, right? And so, we have a whole business on staining decks whether it's oiled, like my deck is oiled, and I oil it with a smile on my face passionately every 2 years at the most. Sometimes I got to squeeze it in a little early. And there is nothing better when that deck dries and you put the furniture on it and it's just freshly stained and oiled. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it patinas over time, so it gets a little richer, a little darker over time. Whereas a lot of people also, they might have their deck, it's white or a pool deck or anything. We paint stained decks all over the place, and we're pretty good at it, including from a carpentry standpoint, if we've got to replace a board here or there, which does happen.
How often should you be doing this?
Decks in Wisconsin, if you get 2 years out of your deck, that's pretty good. If you go 3 years, it's probably already showing some signs. It's a horizontal surface. The example I would say is Wisconsin will, our elements will take back your deck if you don't keep it clean. You've got to think about it like there's, birds doing their thing on your deck. There's just like snow and ice and expansion and contraction and shovels and with steel edges. There's so much that happens with the deck that, the coating to stay on that deck long term is, every couple of years. It's usually 2 to 3 years. That you get out of your deck.
And do you have a similar opinion about how you prefer to see siding stained versus painted? You would rather see a deck stained versus painted?
Yeah, we see the mistake happen with customers that sometimes, it's great they take on a project themselves, and then we see that, there's this thick coating. And we're like, did you stain your deck or paint it? They're like, well, you can't stain a deck. You got to paint it. And no, you should have stained it. You want something that is penetrating into the wood. And unfortunately, sometimes we get into a situation, you can tell really quickly, because what will happen is they start to build up the mill thickness, and then it just starts to come off, and like you can peel it off in sheets. And that's okay. We can remove it and strip it really easy. And you can start from scratch. So I like staining decks. I think painting a deck is a great way to get your first deck job to last that 3 to 4 years. But it's going to fail, and it's going to fail catastrophically.
Yeah, right.
How do people get in touch with you?
They can schedule an estimate if they'd like to do that right online at www.certapro.com. They can also give us a call at 1-800-GO-CERTA. We're open. Our call center is open 7 days a week to take phone calls.
CERTA with a C. Matt is with us for another half hour. Get your calls and texts in at 855-616-1620. We now go over to the WTMJ Breaking News Center.
Thanks, guys. 2 people are dead and another is recovering after 3 separate shootings within minutes on Milwaukee's north side. Milwaukee Police Department say a double fatal shooting happened around 12:25 a.m. near Vienna Avenue and North 6th Street. A 38-year-old man died at the scene, and a 22-year-old man later died at the hospital. Just 4 minutes later, officers responded to the North 22nd and Locust, where a 63-year-old man was shot and killed. Police are also investigating a non-lethal shooting near North 54th and Capitol. All investigations are ongoing. Milwaukee police need help finding the person responsible for sexually assaulting a child. It happened around noon on Valentine's Day near 41st and Lisbon near Washington Park. The suspect is described as an Asian man with a slim build and curly black hair. He was last seen wearing a desert camouflage shirt, dark pants, and a tan dark winter-style cap. You can see photos and video of the suspect on our website, WTMJ.com. Meyer is recalling infant sleepwear because it poses burn risks for children. The one-piece footed PJs are branded either MCS or Lullaby Lane. The recall includes 12, 18, and 24-month sizes in different colors and patterns. More than 211,000 sleepers were sold in stores from December 2024 through October 2025. You can see the photos and the full list of recalled sleepers right now on our website, WTMJ.com. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ time saver traffic. No major issues, no major delays, and full freeway speeds across the system.
Traffic is sponsored by Angela Calais and Benefit Realty. At Benefit Realty, pay only 3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission and get all the service that you should. Benefit Realty, you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Today, mostly cloudy, breezy, and flurries with a high of 34. And tonight, cloudy skies and a few flurries or snow possible with a low of 20. Tomorrow, very light snow with a high of 30. Monday, partly cloudy and chilly with a high of 27. And Tuesday, light snow mixed with a high of 37. Right now in Madison, it's 25. In Green Bay, 26. In Waukesha, 26. And in Milwaukee, 27 degrees. I'm Nazir Spencer, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 8:32.
February means big savings at Exterior Pros and Baths. Upgrade your home with energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, new siding, or a beautiful bath makeover and get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time during our February winter savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com now. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
MW Marine. Fishermen, tired of winter? Come in from the cold at MW Marine today, starting at 11 a.m. for a free fishing seminar. Meet Captain Doug Klett, Mercury Pro, as he breaks down springtime muskies on Lake Geneva, where to find them and how to get them to bite. Then check out boats, upgrades, and accessories to get your rig ready for the season. It's free and no reservations required. MW Marine. Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
This pain right here won't go away.
I just felt okay. It's something I'm gonna have to live with.
I just lived with it.
So I suffered with it for several years.
I felt like it was getting worse and worse.
I'm 46 years of age, so I did not want to get a knee replacement.
And I was like, something has to be done.
You don't want to have knee surgery if you don't have to.
Once I found Rejuvenex, I feel 100% better.
It eliminated the pain.
All of a sudden I went, oh wow.
I started feeling pretty good.
So now I'm back. I can walk.
I'm excited for myself. I can't wait to continue.
I can stand longer. I can walk longer.
I can run a little bit. I should say jog.
The pain just went away. It's just wonderful.
It's a life changer. I definitely would recommend it.
Go to rejuvenex.com to schedule your appointment.
David and Dayton. One guy knows what the heck he's talking about. We'll let you figure out which one it is. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
We're into our second half hour with Matt Hefter from CertaPro Painter. CertaPro.com is the website. You can check them out there. 855-616-1620, the Siding Unlimited. WTMJ talk and text line if you have questions for us.
So we got a text that said, I heard you earlier saying you do garage floors. What type of floor systems do you use? And I know you do garage floors because you did my front porch, which was all rusty and it had some pitting in it and everything. So the porch looks great. I know you don't do driveways and everything, but you do garage floors.
Yeah, it's been a big part of our business for coming up on probably a decade now. The main thing is in Wisconsin, we come into our garages with our vehicles, and there's so much salt that just comes off of the roads. And what it does is it starts to deteriorate and pit your concrete. So we get a lot of people that say, hey, can you fix this? And so we come out there, and we certainly can not only just grind the garage floor, but all that pittedness or cracks, we can chase out the cracks. And we use a product called Fortification that we lay down. It cures very fast within 30 minutes, and then we can grind it with diamonds.
Wow.
So we grind the whole garage floor, and then we go in with a broadcast system. We use, a lot of companies will use either epoxies, but it's a multi-day process, a little bit more expensive. Or we use a one-day technology, and it's got a little bit higher bond, so a polyspark system that we can broadcast chip into. The one thing is that I love seeing the face of the customers when the project is done, because you take a garage floor that looks a little bit like a beaten up war machine here, and then you put in a new garage floor, it looks like they have a brand new floor.
Yeah.
And there's decorative colors. We have all kinds of different chip flake systems and colors that people can choose from. And they just look beautiful. I mean, I have my own garage done, and working on snowmobiles or whatever I'm doing in the garage and tinkering around like I'm sure a lot of people are doing today. It's just nice to have a very clean surface. You lay down and you're working on, you're changing your oil on your John Deere tractor, whatever. It's nice to have a clean surface. I literally mop my garage floor. Like, who does that? But it's just nice. And we got a ping pong table out there. And then if I have the guys over and we're drinking good whiskey and playing poker, we just go out to the garage because we don't want to annoy my wife. So the garage can be a multi-use space, and so they've been selling like hotcakes for literally a decade.
I don't know if it's because we've been getting these little 1-inch, 2-inch snows throughout January, December here. I have more salt on my garage floor this year than I think I've ever seen. It's like somebody just took salt blocks and crashed them on my floor. I'm like, how do I get rid of this?
And what's important is the coating that we put down on your garage for this decorative coating. It serves a purpose too. Is that that salt will dry up on top of it, where you can just wipe it up instead of it soaking into your concrete and deteriorating your concrete and creating that pittedness.
The concrete's porous, so it's going to absorb it. Yeah.
It'll seal it. So it's got a functional benefit in addition to the cleanliness and and just having a nice looking garage floor.
So you mentioned you use polyaspartic. I mean, can we talk about that a little bit? I hear I'm going to put a polyurethane floor coating or an epoxy coating on it.
Polyurea, epoxy, polyaspartics. Our system that we install is a 20-year warranty. You're not going to beat a 20-year warranty. The epoxies a lot of times have a much lower warranty, just because of in Wisconsin you have a lot more expansion and contraction that can take place. You might lose some bond and things like that. But in this environment, even a good epoxy done the right way, the right thickness, mill thickness applied can be functional and work. But you got to make sure you get the right mill thickness down.
Did I remember you saying that dries like hard, but the polyaspartic is
more
somewhat flexible?
Yeah, you can actually
dent it if you.
Yeah, you drop something on an epoxy floor or a concrete floor, you risk it cracking or chipping. You could drop steel balls right on my garage floor, and it's going to bounce a couple times, but it's not going to
damage it.
It's not going to cause an impact. Yeah.
All right. Okay, and then the care, like you said, you just mop it.
Just mop it. I mean, in spring, if it's really bad, it was a bad winter, I might start with my pressure wash and just for fast reasons, just get it all pushed out the door. But usually I give it a good mop once or twice a season, and it looks like a brand new floor.
If you have drywall, I mean, not everybody's got drywall or finishes on all of their walls. Do you ever go up the wall a little bit to kind of create a mop board?
You can. It just depends. A lot of the drywalls, a lot of times sit on the sill. So we'll chip the sill, and the garages are always typically pitched. So it's not like you go into like a bathroom and put a chip system. Like we do that on Fiserv and different commercial clients that we have. But it's in certain garages you can do it where it looks good.
Yeah.
If it doesn't look good, it will at least minimally chip the sill, so it does come up at least 3 inches at the one side of the garage, and then only an inch with the pitch and everything. But it still looks really nice.
Because a lot of times you see the drywall gets wet or something when all that water and that snow comes off, and just one more area.
If there's
way you can
drywall
protect
that
it.
comes down really close to the garage floor, we can actually install a 6-inch cove base and chip it right up to 6-inch cove base, or a transition strip. And chalk a line.
Then, of course, after you do this beautiful garage floor, now if it wasn't before, you got to paint the garage too.
Well, that's the thing with projects. It always starts with one.
Right.
Got to start somewhere. Might as well start with the floor.
And Matt knows a guy that could paint for you as well.
Absolutely.
Certa Pro Painters on with us. A couple more segments left. 855-616-1620. If you have questions, check them out at CertaPro.com. Thanks for listening to The Fix-It Show today.
Are you seeking an experienced, award-winning contractor who provides unmatched plaster and stucco services? I'm Zach Emmons with Creative Construction of Wisconsin. As part of the 6th generation of our family-owned company, we have served the area for over 90 years, handling all types of stucco, interior, and ornamental plasterwork, from small repairs and remodels to large residential projects. Creative Construction staff has the skills to deliver quality results. Featuring NARI award-winning and certified professionals, our craftsmen match all plaster and stucco textures, adding custom touches as needed. Call 414-397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com for competitive pricing and a personalized approach. Creative Construction of Wisconsin, cutting-edge stucco and plaster techniques with homegrown family values. Call 397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com.
America's band, the Beach Boys, celebrate 250 years of the USA. Live, the Beach Boys. August 16th at the Bank 5-9 main stage of the Wisconsin State Fair. Get tickets now at wistatefair.com. Celebrate 250 years with America's original, the Beach Boys. Wisconsin State Fair, presented by U.S. Cellular.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only inside the Exposition Center at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Millions of inventory must be sold. Prices are slashed up to 60% off retail, so save thousands. Save big on
us with a lot of them. Vintage ceiling tiles from once great old buildings in New York City that make for ultra unique artwork. These items are definitely hard to find from anywhere else around here. So come take a look, and you'll probably find a treasure. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
In Heartland, you're going to find a focus on distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original artwork, along with tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. In Pewaukee, the focus is on kitchen, outdoor, and garden decor, and all of it is priced at 25 to 40% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value.
Design Exchange.
David Nason and Dayton Kane. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Thank you for listening this morning. 855-616-1620. If you have questions for Matt Hefter from Certa Pro Painters. Dayton Kane and David Nason here with you. You guys have done both of our bathrooms, not only just painting them, but we had some drywall issues that needed to be attacked, and you did the orange peel on them, and then you painted. Yeah. So they turned out, it like transformed both bathrooms, and it was very reasonable. Like, all of a sudden, it felt like a whole new bathroom, even though you were in there, I think, 2 days was for each bathroom. Actually, 1 day for one of them and 2 for the other.
Yeah, I mean, painting is one of probably the most affordable home improvements you can do. If you think about replacing kitchen cabinets and flooring, or you look at siding or whatever it may be, these are major investments. Painting, I mean, you can paint a room, and the next year, if you don't like the color, paint it again, and not even really balk an eye at it, because it's really not that expensive to change color on the interior home or exterior home. So. For Certa Pro, I mean, I think that's why we do so much volume, is that literally I think people are pleasantly surprised on when they get the proposal. They're like, oh, wow, we thought it would be more. And so I think it's important.
As a sales guy, that's got to be nice to hear. Wow, I thought it was going to be more.
Well, I mean, literally out of all our appointments, we're approaching nearly 70% of all customers on the residential side just say yes with us. I mean, and you think about that. We have identified that about 20 to 25% either do the project themselves or don't do it at all that year. So we're really just losing a little bit. I mean, there's not a lot, and I think it's because it's an affordable price. We have the reputation. We've been around for so many decades, and people know that if something goes wrong, because things happen, you paint thousands and thousands of homes, something can go wrong. We'll always take care of it.
Yeah, and I think in my world of what I do, painting and caulking are always talked about in the phrase of maintenance. We got to, paint and caulk. Those are maintenance items. Whether it's got to be repaired or something like that. And those are just something that is the responsibility of a homeowner. And I think what you're talking about is getting people to realize that this is a really affordable way of doing what you said as a home improvement, not just maintaining. I mean, everybody, we talk about on the show, there's no such thing as maintenance free. You always got to maintain things, but it's really not only that, you're actually doing something to improve the value of your home beyond the maintenance.
You know what else? When you guys did our bathrooms, it added more light to our bathrooms by painting, because we had this flat gray paint in both the bathrooms, and then we went with a little bit of a sheen and a lighter color, and suddenly both of them felt so much more bright without changing a light bulb.
Did you look better in the mirror?
I did look way worse because I could see myself better. I'm like, whoa, what happened? No, but there's a lot of reasons to paint besides I have to paint.
Yeah.
Interior is for design. It's for color. It's for
emotion.
Yeah. I mean, our slogan is "Be happy." Like at the end of the day, if you're sitting in your living room this morning listening to the show, look around.
Yeah.
I mean, does the room make you happy? If it doesn't, change the color and let us make, whether it's the color and it's maybe the carpet. Life's too short. Yeah. Be happy.
Right.
Well, and for what you're paying for paint at the stores these days, having these guys come in with their bulk discount paint deals they have, it's almost it's almost not much more than me going to buy the paint and then having to spend a whole weekend trying to tape and figure it out. I'm not good at this. I don't do it every day.
Right.
You guys come in, it's done, you're on your way, and I have a brand new bathroom or a brand new living room, and I didn't have to lift a finger, and it cost me very little more than doing it myself.
Yeah.
Everybody's time is valuable.
It's true.
Go do stuff that you enjoy or that you're good at, and let the pros do what they're good at.
Yeah, and I mean, let's face it, the world is changing. There's a lot of times two people working in the home. Everything has changed. You go back generationally, 40 years ago, and there's most of the Milwaukee blue collar. There's no way I'm, going to hire somebody to paint my house. That has all changed. I mean, people are buying homes at 30 years old, 32 years old, and whereas, when I bought my first home, I would have never considered hiring somebody. Everyone is just saying, my time is worth more.
Right.
I am going to hire a professional that's going to do it the right way, and I don't want any mistakes. I want it to look good.
You find them at CertaPro.com, or the number is
1-800-GO-CERTA. That's Certa with a C.
Certa with a C. One more segment to go. It is the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
The only place to get this.
They have won 3 consecutive games, and how about 6 in their last 7? Rejuvenated, to be sure.
With some of this.
Giannis is going to play. Like Giannis himself has said it, they are trying to win and get into the playoffs. And at this point, we are past the point of no return because of what we just said before with the lottery odds.
Get it all on Bucks Talk, your all-encompassing Milwaukee Bucks postgame show. Only heard here on the home of the Bucks, WTMJ.
Dreaming of a home renovation? J&J Contractors has been turning houses into dreams for over 40 years. From stunning kitchens and luxurious bathrooms to finished lower levels, they handle complete renovations that elevate your space. And don't forget about the outside. J&J Contractors specialize in roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Just Google J&J Contractors or call 414-423-9200. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
Outdoor Living Unlimited has become Wisconsin's top TimberTech decking installer by building decks the right way and the safe way. Imagine a design for your backyard that includes an amazing new deck, railing, and stairs. Want to add other features? Outdoor Living Unlimited can do that too. Free estimates and ideas. Start the process by going to OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com today.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Brian Wickert with my son David, president of Accunet. David, we're pre-approving a lot of home shoppers this time of year. Why should someone choose Accunet for their pre-approval?
Dad, getting pre-approved with just any lender is like showing up to a first date in sweatpants. Sure, you're there, but are you really ready to impress? Our rock-solid pre-approval is like showing up in your best outfit with reservations already made. We also have an excellent reputation among real estate agents, so having Accunet's name on your pre-approval can make the difference.
What else?
In addition to clearly stating we verified your credit, income, and down payment, we'll also run the specific home you're looking to buy through our underwriting software to see if we can approve your loan without an appraisal, which sellers and their agents absolutely love. Bottom line, we do everything possible to help you win.
Thanks, David. Don't settle for anything less. Get started with your rock-solid pre-approval by clicking on the blue button today at Accunet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
It's the weekend. Don't cook and clean. The Mineshaft Family Restaurant in Hartford will serve you a super affordable meal, and it's delicious. The Saturday breakfast buffet is all you can eat under $10 from 8 until noon today. $10. Your Saturday steak dinner with all the sides is under $25. You will pay a lot more at other restaurants. Not necessary. The family and in Oshkosh near the EAA, lots of seating, close parking. The Sunday buffet is an all-you-can-eat feast and just $15. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat for free. There's no restaurant inflation at the Mineshaft in Hartford. Google the Mineshaft and just walk in this weekend.
Point taken with Scafidi and Bride.
The invitation went out to Attorney General Pam Bondi. She acted about as unprofessionally as anyone could ever act in front of a House committee.
Over something incredibly serious when we were talking about the Epstein files, but the fact that was what a lot of the questions were about, and her being that defiant, I'm not sure she won herself any fans yesterday.
No, I don't like her persona. I don't like her attitude.
Weekdays from 10 to noon on WTMJ. WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Making it a great Fix-It day. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Sponsored each week by Siding Unlimited and J&B Construction. We have Matt from Certa Pro on with us, wrapping up this hour. We've talked a lot about painting. You guys pretty much paint everything but toenails, as you like to say. So, and a lot more. You guys do a lot of different things. We had mentioned earlier there's a special coming up. What is that?
For all our residential customers, it's 10% off all painting projects. And that special starts March 1st through May 15th. So that's coming up quickly. Anybody who wants to get scheduled, though, we can still honor that discount. If you want to call us right now, you got a little time left before March 1st starts. Get your estimate, get on the schedule. In Wisconsin, we've got 7 months of exterior painting, so you want to get on the schedule early to make sure that your home gets scheduled before summer hits and you don't have to worry about a paint project. You can just sit back and relax.
Right. So that's a residential. You do a fair amount of commercial work, though, too.
Yeah, we do a lot of commercial work, too, all around the areas. I mean, you would be surprised, condos, whether it's common halls and balcony projects, swing staging projects, high lifts. I mean, we've been up on 125-foot boom lifts. I mean,
wow.
We do, like I said, everything but toenails.
Yeah.
So we have a whole, Wisconsin's like the second largest food producing state. So we do a lot of urethane cements and food plants for coatings for the floors. There's not much we don't do when it comes to coatings these days.
Okay.
So
with the little bit we have left, this is a Fix-It show. So if I'm going to tackle a painting project, what's the most important thing I should look at?
you should look at your computer and schedule an estimate with CertaPro because, hey,
Good comeback,
I mean, my brother was telling me about this, and he's older, he's like 55, and he has always painted his own projects, but he goes, I can't do this anymore. And he's crawling up the side of his house and that was only, I think, a 16-foot ladder. Some of our guys are going up, 32 to 40-foot ladders.
I was going to say, the tallest ladder I have is 22 feet. Yeah. I won't go up, but that's still pretty high that I'm climbing the ladder. I'm a couple of years older than you two.
So if painting's therapeutic for you, jump on in and do it. But at the end of the day, it's a very affordable thing to call CertaPro and have CertaPro do it, and you can just sit back and relax and be happy.
And again, no matter if you're listening to WTMJ on the radio or if you're on an app or a website somewhere, CertaPro's nationwide. So reach out.
Everywhere in the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah. And Canada.
Even in Montreal and Ontario, if you're listening.
Right. So if somebody's hiring you, though, and they're kind of watching, maybe you don't want somebody, but it's all about the prep work, isn't it?
Prep work, especially on exteriors, and I would say like millwork on interiors when we do our kitchen cabinets. I mean, we sand the cabinets really good to make sure that you get a nice dull finish, and then we put a bonding primer on there. So, it's very important to do the prep work when it's on exteriors, caulking, making sure that, there's not penetrations of water being able to get in. And then, obviously, a light sand goes a long way, provided that, your home doesn't have lead on it. That's a different story. But I would say prep work is definitely the most important piece. It takes most of the time.
Yeah.
Always good to have you on the show, Matt.
Definitely. Good to see you.
Great. Good to see you guys again.
Right.
Good luck with the spring rush.
Right.
Now's the time to get everything going.
Have a good rest of the weekend.
We're done. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good.
Coming up next, it is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
This has been the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when you
siding system. Additional insulation along with Tyvek's weatherization